I'm Dr. Brant Hulsebus, chiropractor, and we are meeting with another one of our board members here at the ICA Sports and Fitness Science Council as we're getting ready to relaunch this group. We wanted to bring you each one of our board members to tell you a little bit about the vision that we're all bringing to this because we're all coming from different angles. So I'd like to introduce my good friend, Dr. Jon Stucky. Would you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us who you are, where you're at, and why you're here?
Thanks, Brant. Dr. Jon Stucky. I'm in Hiram, Utah, which is in northern Utah. I've been a chiropractor now for almost 30 plus years and a second generation chiropractor and excited to be on the Sports and Fitness Council.
All right, so we're going to relaunch this council. It was an active council before, doing a lot of bodybuilding and strongman stuff. I know we had the Arnold Classic for 25, 30 years, but we're relaunching it with a new look and a new feel. You want to tell us a little bit of some of the things that you're seeing us that's going to make it different than it was before?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a different viewpoint a little bit. We're going to try to bring it down to a smaller level and an easier level for each of the chiropractors to bring to their patients and to their community. We all have weekend warriors. We all have high school athletes. We all have, maybe we even have some professional athletes in our practices. So, what things can benefit all of them, and how can we better the masses and better the sports people and the participants, and how can we address their needs a little better? And so I think as we bring those people and as we see the chiropractors now utilizing skills and techniques and things that will help them day to day, I think this could be a very interesting and a very acceptable thing for each of the chiropractors around the world.
Yeah, I see us helping out, coming up with better care for athletes, but there's also a part for the individual chiropractor we're focusing on too. You want to talk about a little bit how we're going to help the average chiropractor in middle America, just seeing patients every day, become more of a ICA Sports and Fitness Science member?
I think what we're trying to do now is bring techniques and bring little things that you can use every day. So we're going to be a hands-on group a little bit more. I think that's what you'll see. There's other groups that are around that are, like the American Chiropractic Board of Sports Physicians. Those guys have a program. We're not going to try to duplicate that. The International Federation of Chiropractic Sports Physicians, or FIX, they have a program that's really good too. But we can dovetail on some of those things and we can add our membership to theirs and help those guys out a little bit if you want a little deeper understanding of sports. But this will be a hands on kind of technique and bringing back the adjustment a little bit and those techniques that will help your patients in different ways, just not knowledge, but also technique.
And then you and I also have quite a background in different sports that we've been involved in, different avenues that we've taken care of, different levels of athletes, whether it's the 8-year-old T-ball team or whether it's professional sports. And you want to talk a little bit about how we hope the other chiropractors open those doors so they know how to do and get to where we are?
Yeah, I've worked in rodeo now for professional rodeo now for a lot of years, over 20 plus years, 30 years now, and also at the USGA level with golf, professional golf. Yeah, I just started on my basic level at home, working with the high school athletes and improving them, and then they would tell their friends. So it's a referral based kind of opportunity. Once you get good at something, people start hearing about you. And as they start hearing about you, then you can now assess more people and you can actually get them back in your practice. For instance, one of the high schools down the road from me has a group of parents that whenever they see an injured ankle appear in the game or at practice and they hear about it, they say, hey, you got to call Dr. Stucky, 245-3500. So they already know the number right off the top of their head and they can give information directly to their other parent and their other teammates. But it's an interesting thing as you start getting more involved in the sport or sports, whatever it is, multiple sports, your name starts getting out there. So the more active you become and the more participatory you become, sponsoring, putting your name out there, those are little things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't take a lot. Just show up and be part of it. Doesn't mean you're going to work the sidelines. Doesn't mean any of that. I never worked the sidelines in high school events, but they all come to my office. And that's the other important factor. I've got more tools that I can utilize here in my office than I can on the sidelines anyway. And so as they become accustomed to coming to your office, it's a whole lot easier now to influence them and they get to see your messaging. They get to see your office. They get to see what you have in your office that gives them point blank information about chiropractic to come back to.
Being in Illinois, I get a lot of people that call me up and say, hey, I'm going to move to Chicago, become the chiropractor for the Cubs. Can you tell me exactly what two things I have to do that? And it
Yeah.
always makes me laugh.
There's only a few people that are going to be able to do that. So we want to apply really the Sports and Fitness Council to that average guy that sees a lot more athletes than just one sport or one club sport or one group sport or one professional athlete group. So we all have that opportunity. So it's a very difficult thing when you look at sports. How many teams are there? There's not that many, right? And usually that's a relationship thing. It's not something that I've been able to see around different sports like hockey, like you're involved with, or baseball or football. You got to be in the right spot, the right time, the right everything has to align. So that doesn't happen too often. But when it does, it's an awesome thing. But even the certifications, right? I have the CCSP from the American Board of Chiropractic Sports Physicians. I also have the International Chiropractic Sports Physician, also from the FIX. So I've been through both of their programs. Fantastic knowledge base, great stuff. But that doesn't get you on the sport team. It doesn't get you on the sidelines. It doesn't help you that way. But you have to do the hard work yourself. I think that's the big point I want to give out is that really your certifications and your understanding doesn't give you anything. You have to do the groundwork and you have to deliver the goods, so to speak, right? You've got to be able to be there and be part of it. And when those opportunities arise, great. I've been able to work in the water ski world and wake surf and those kind of competitions. And I've just been in the right spot at the right time. And even in my golf activity, I started volunteering at a very low level and it's now risen to the professional level. So it just takes time. It takes opportunity. It takes everything. But as you give, then you get. And so that's your big opportunity to really look for is that don't be the one that's trying to get, try to give, and then that comes back in sandwiches. Like my uncle used to say, he said, when you throw your bread across the water, it comes back in sandwiches.
Awesome. That's what I like about what we're doing here. We're trying to not only teach us some really cool sideline techniques and stuff you can do in athletes today and tomorrow, but we're also going to teach you how to get your foot in the door and how to become the business part of being a sports chiropractor too. So our certificate that we're working on is going to be a rounded attitude, how to make you walk into a team and be confident again, whether it's t-ball, whether it's the little league baseball, whether it's a beer league in hockey, whatever it is, you're going to be ready for it. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to give you the chance here if you have any last final thoughts you'd like to share with us.
No, we'd like to invite everybody to come and join us. I think our opportunities are big. We have some really cool things that are going to be happening with Strongman. That's some big announcements there that you can participate in and just be part of it. We're going to have a lot of opportunity as we roll this thing out and as we get more involved with what chiropractors want and what they're looking for. But some neat techniques that we're going to be able to drive your way and to help you in your daily office activity.
So wherever you're listening to us or watching us, make sure you like us and subscribe to us. We're going to have a lot more guests coming up here in the future, a lot more celebrities and chiropractic celebrities, athletes, and just general how to be a sports chiropractor in this podcast. And if you're looking for more information, always go to chiropractic.org. That's the ICA's website. From there, you can find everything and anything you need to know about what we're up to. All right, Dr. Stucky, I want to say thank you for joining us and have a great day. Thanks for being here.
Bye, everyone.